Good afternoon and welcome to Seattle's Eastside Real Estate Podcast. I am Dan Edwards, your host with the Eastside Real Estate team, and this is the podcast dedicated to living, working, and playing on the East Side. It is what day is today? February 8th. Excuse me. It's Wednesday, February 8th. I can't believe how fast the year is going. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Feel free to hit subscribe or follow or share, comment. We'd love to hear your comments during the podcast, and we're happy to answer any questions that come in. Well, I say any questions, any appropriate questions that come in. You're also welcome to subscribe to us anywhere podcasts are streamed, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. We're also on same Joe Rogan, right? The same as Joe Rogan, we are on Spotify. So feel free to subscribe, and you'll get some great updates every week as we welcome to our show various businesses on the East Side and mortgage professionals. Today, we're welcoming back our good friend Tucker Maxwell with Gill Mortgage and Carrie Johnson from Mary Kay, who is a Mary Kay beauty consultant. That should be fun. It's perfect timing, Valentine's Day. Guys, gals, you're going to want to pay attention for when Carrie comes on. But before, we're going to do a little deep dive into top 10 reasons on selling your house. And actually, I wanted to go ahead and let's see, what did I want to do? I wanted to share, and I forget how to do this. Present, share screen, and we're going to go to the podcast here. Boop. All right. So let's talk about top 10 reasons for selling your house. So there's a lot of different things going on. And I want to point out, I read two articles, one from Fox News Business talking about how one particular economist says they're going to see a 15% drop in real estate prices in 2023. And then the next day, Wall Street Journal says the whole housing market is showing signs of thawing out. So there can be a lot of confusion about what you should do. And I basically just want to point out the mantra, right? Everything in real estate is all about location, 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 and utilizing a local resource, right? So the Eastside Real Estate team is a local resource for what is happening right here. And we'll talk about our market here, which is basically based on supply and demand and the local economy. So national pundits saying stuff and, Seattle Times and that will pick up these headlines. I think it's very important to be very careful and cautious with your optimism as well as with your pessimism. Because if you take all the economists and you stack them together, you're going to find kind of a general median that says, we're going to be okay. So let's talk about some top reasons for selling. So as we know, many homeowners during the pandemic bought a house. They bought a house and some of them were getting ready to sell a house when they started to see rates hike. And many of them have a interest rate below 6% or below, right? So they may come to you and say, why should I sell right now? That's what the sellers are saying. Why should I sell? Because I'm sitting here holding a note for much less. Well, the interesting thing is, according to a survey by the National Association of Realtors, some of the priorities for selling a house aren't always directly tied to the rate. So here are what the top reasons for homeowners selling. And 21% is moving closer to loved ones. 11% says neighborhood has become less desirable. They're looking for a better neighborhood to live in, or the home is too small. And then there's moving due to retirement, 11%, and a change in structure of household, right? So could be a divorce, could be just a marriage, right? Two families coming together, or two individuals starting a family. The interesting thing is if you put 21 plus 11 plus 10 together, you get 21, 32, 42. So 42% of the sellers, and none of them are directly related to get a better interest rate. So the motivation of sellers right now is wanting to sell is about getting a place where they're closer to loved ones, or a better neighborhood for their family to grow up in, or a bigger house so that they can change it. And the key here is, again, and Tucker will allude to this, is you don't own the rate. You're just dating it for a little bit. So find the house that is closer to loved ones. Find the home in a better neighborhood. Find the bigger home. And then the interest rate, the good news is they change and seasons change based on the economy. And at that point, you can change what you're paying for your home by refinancing. So there you go. That is my real talk segment. Let's get back to our priorities here. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, right there. So bottom line is this. If you're thinking about selling, or if you've put it off, let's talk about the ramifications of selling in any market. Now, we're going to have a quick commercial break, and after that, we're going to talk to Tucker, and we're going to be talking about why local matters when it comes to mortgage. So come back after the short commercial break.
Are you tired of not knowing where your money is going? Do you feel like you start getting ahead on your finances, then get hit by an unexpected expense and feel behind? Doug Peterson with Get Priorities Straight helps guide you to getting your money to do what you want it to do instead of wondering where it went. Doug has helped ambitious, busy, successful people be delighted by handling their money wisely. To have a conversation with Doug, call 206-264-4424 or email meeting@letsgps.com or info@getprioritiesstraight.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are welcoming our good friend Tucker Carlson. That's really funny. Tucker Maxwell. Tucker Carlson's a totally different dude. That'd be cool if he was on my podcast, though. We're welcoming him back to the show. We're talking about local lenders, why it matters. So welcome back to the show. How you doing? What you been up to?
Good. Yeah. Thanks, Dan. Just enjoying this surprising sunshine we've been having out here in the Seattle area.
You know what? I was down in Mukilteo and had a cup of coffee on a patio with a coat on. It was awesome because it was so pretty out.
Totally. It's lovely.
All right. So let's talk about working with a local lender. And basically, let's define it like this. We've got several different types of lenders. The first type is a national brand. We're talking Bank of America, Wells Fargo, KeyBank, you name it, right? That's a national brand. Then the second one is what we would call like a virtual mortgage company, and that's the Rocket Mortgage. What's another one? Rocket
Better.
Best Rate, Better Rate. Yep. They don't have any locals like individuals here. And then we have local mortgage brokers. What's the difference, and why is it important to work with a local mortgage broker?
Yeah, so Dan, I think it goes back to your Real Talk segment again. You know, we know what's happening in our local market. What's happening across the country is not always evident of what's happening here on the east side of the greater Seattle area. Right now, we are in situations where we potentially have multiple offer situations, or we need to be looking at different scenarios. And so being readily available nights and weekend in our market is ultimately critical. And so just simply the time zone that the lender is in makes a major difference. Not only that, you know, when sellers have multiple options to consider with their offers, they're going to look at that lender. Does this person have a local phone number? Are they personally responsible for getting this to the finish line? And are they going to be available nights, weekends? If the appraisal comes in late, are they going to be there to handle those scenarios when it happens versus waiting until the 9 to 5 bank hours?
Yeah. And I think that's probably the number one highest priority as a real estate agent that I have with lenders is availability, you know, because we're working at all times. You know, we're working when our clients are not working.
Exactly.
And that's one thing you will never get with a mortgage bank, with a bank. Never. They only work bankers' hours. I shouldn't say never. There are some good ones out there, right? I shouldn't say never. Okay, so how do local mortgage company, there's something that just popped in my way here, compare to big banks?
Yeah, so one, I think it's that personal responsibility, right? We have a local responsibility and reputation to uphold, and we want to be there for our clients. We understand the market. We understand in real time what's going on. And so we can help them make better decisions that are timely for them. You know, big banks are great. They do a ton of things, right? Checking and savings, business banking, small business loans, you name it. That's what they're good at. They do it all. But when you need a hyper local representative helping you on a home loan to make sure that you get to the finish line and you understand all the local programs, such as local down payment assistance programs, local grant programs, all of those things, a local lender is going to be able to show you all of those options, whereas a big national bank might not even be aware what programs are available.
Yeah, I think that down payment assistance, it varies, right, by state to state, 100%. So
Absolutely.
And I would even say county, right? County by county.
Yeah, even cities within counties.
Seattle has something different than East King County, right?
Yeah, the city of Seattle has a down payment assistance program. Bellingham has a Bellingham down payment assistance. Tacoma has their own program inside targeted areas within those cities. So those are, all within the King County, Pierce County, Snohomish counties, things like that. But even those local areas have specific programs.
Awesome. All right. So how do local mortgage companies compare to discount lenders?
So I think that's a big one, right? Is you can call around, you can definitely find better deals out there. It's just like when you're shopping for anything. But ultimately it's, the service that you're going to receive. Are they communicating all the options to you? Who's going to service the loan is another big one. Knowing who you're going to be making your payments to ongoing is another big factor to consider. And so there are these discount shops out there, but they don't service loans. They're just trying to turn and burn, get things through as quickly as possible. And it's an efficiency thing. The way they offer discounts is they cut their services to the bare minimum to be able to offer the lowest price. And that's not typically what you're going to get with a local brokerage that, has robust services their loans, will help you with recasting. I would just ask these online lenders, discount lender, can we recast, and see if they even know what you're talking about. But being there after closing is a big deal that I think a lot of people don't think about when selecting a lender.
All right. So lastly, I actually reordered these questions, but with the recent decrease we've seen in mortgage rates, what are we seeing in terms of buyer demand? And I'm guessing applications. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yep, exactly. So application counts are up. The great news right now is buyers are coming in and they're not only applying, but they're getting approved for the purchase price that they are after. Whereas when rates were up and over the last couple of years, we had good application counts. It wasn't a problem of willing buyers, but when they came into us for a $1.2 million home and we told them, I'm sorry, you only qualified up to $900,000, that ended a lot of conversations right away. So the great news is not only are applications up, but now with the rates coming down, they're qualifying for the homes they want to buy in our market.
Awesome. Well, that's great. That's good to hear, especially heading into the buying season. Tucker, thanks for coming on today. If you are listening and you'd like to reach out to Tucker for more information, you can call his number 425-757-9202 or visit him online. Google not Tucker Carlson, but Tucker Maxwell Guild Mortgage, and you'll find his website.
Yep. Thanks so much, Dan.
All right. Thanks, Tucker. After this short commercial break, we're going to welcome on Carrie Johnson from Mary Kay Beauty, our Mary Kay Beauty consultant. Excuse me. Easier said than done. She's going to come back right after this short commercial break.
It's about time. Do you find you never have enough time for what matters most to you? Our comprehensive It's About Time virtual productivity program teaches you the secrets of long-term, sustainable, and life-changing productivity. We provide monthly webinars, implementation challenges, resources, community, and accountability. You'll learn tips, techniques, and strategies to help you more effectively and efficiently manage your email, tasks, time, workspace, priorities, projects, and resources. You'll implement organized systems and productive habits that work. You'll finally get better results at work, experience less stress, have more time to dote on your clients, time to spend with your family and friends, take better care of yourself, pursue hobbies, and get more out of life. Do you crave more time for what matters most? Are you ready to take control? Isn't it about time? Well, to start having more time for what matters most to you, call us at 206-579-5743 or visit our website for more information at www.itssimplyplaced.com. Again, that's 206-579-5743 or visit our website www.itssimplyplaced.com. Join today because really, it's about time. Your time.
Well, welcome back to the show. We are going to welcome on our good friend, Carrie Johnson with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Welcome, Carrie. How are you?
Good afternoon, Dan. I'm doing great.
Hey, is this your first time on my podcast?
A second time.
Okay, I thought so. I thought you had been on before. So, as far as a profile, I don't have a very detailed profile for you. So, tell the listeners, watchers, a little about yourself. How long have you lived in the area?
I've been in the Renton Highlands in this particular location 23 years. I was in
23 years.
Skyway 7 years before that. So,
Okay. And you're married with kids and pets.
yep.
You got any pets?
Turtle, Eli.
A pet turtle. All right. A pet
Yes.
turtle. And kind of tell me about your business philosophy.
Business philosophy. Oh, customers, number one, customer service is really, really important. Basically, the whole idea of Mary Kay is to make someone feel amazing, whether it's a compliment or a product that they try or just a day out, time for themselves, whatever it is, I'm there to make them feel really good.
Awesome. So it looks like our topic today is about guys caring about skincare. So
Yes.
tell me, why should guys care about skincare?
Well, guys have all the same problems that women have. They have breakouts, they have wrinkles, they have puffy eyes, they have, all the same things that women deal with, and oftentimes they don't. They are very good about washing, but the soaps and shampoos that they use in the shower are really bad on the skin. And so once you start break tricks underneath, the science says that the wrinkles will come. So there's three really important things. One is obviously to clean, but also to sunscreen and to moisturize. And if you're not doing those three things, you're going to have the crow's feet. You're going to have a little bit of under the chin and the breakouts.
It's funny. I'm going away for a golf trip this weekend, and I was stuffing my shoes in my bag, and they wouldn't fit. So I reached in and I grabbed my sunscreen out and I put it on the side. And now that you're talking about this, I'm like, okay, fine. I'll put it back in the bag.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more to that too.
That's my number one, like where I fall down the most is I'm lucky enough to not burn, right? But it doesn't mean it's still good.
Correct. And even if it's overcast, the UV, the rays still get through, and you still get, you can get cancer from it too. So it's really important.
Fine. I'm putting it back, Carrie.
Yes.
Okay.
So the other one is to moisturize specialty under the eyes and around the eyes, because the skin around the eyes is very, very, very different. And the pores are very, very tiny. And so if you use just regular moisturizer or soap or in sunscreen, won't in there because they're tiny. And so you have to have an eye product that goes there. Otherwise it won't do anything.
Don't we just put cucumbers?
That's the science. There you go.
Do a little cucumber bath. So what does Mary Kay have for skincare, making it easy for guys?
Okay, so we have an entire line for the men. It's called MK Men's Care, and it smells good. The ladies like it. There's an eye product, there's a sunscreen product, and if you just don't really care for that particular line, you can always go with their Time-Wise 3D Miracle Set, which is has everything in it, just as in pink bottles. So if you want to go with the bands that are in the nice men colors, then you can go that route.
No, I'm comfortable with pink bottles. I got no problem with that. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is that Valentine's Day is next Tuesday, and there may be somebody watching or listening to this podcast that has not shopped for their significant other, guy or gal, right? How can you help us?
Yes. Okay, 2 holidays of the year, Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. Every place you go, the prices are doubled and tripled for that particular holiday. So if you go to buy roses instead of $12.99, I think I saw $29.99 this year. Chocolates the same way. Mary Kay's prices are the same all year round, and I give a lot more. So, like for instance, I had a gentleman order something for his wife and had me put it together for him, and it's in a beautiful pink box, and it says "Hello, gorgeous" on it, and inside is stuff that she will use, and it will last her several months, not just a day or a week, and it's geared to her personally, and it's already wrapped and ready to go. All I have to do is give it to her.
Awesome. And how do we just connect up with you? How does somebody get something like that?
Call me, tell me what kind of budget you want to work with. I have makeup line too that, every person has the right tools for everything that they do, and makeup is the same. I have brush sets, I have perfumes, I have lotions, I have hand lotions, I have everything that ladies like, and I can put it all together for you, as well as the men's line too. So if the ladies would like to order for the guys, that's the same. I package it, I ship for free. And if you want to meet up beforehand, we could do that. You can try all the products before you buy anything to be sure that it's what you want. And then there's 100% guarantee that if it's something's wrong, the color's wrong, we can exchange it or get your money back.
Okay, awesome. Anything we can do? Let's see. All I got here is how can you help? I think you just helped out a lot.
The service is the big part. So
right.
I also ship for free in continental US. So it doesn't have to be someone here. If you want to order for someone, a teenager, I have an entire line for the teens that helps with breakouts and all of that too, as well as all the way up to grandma. So if you'd like to send her something for Valentine's or Mother's Day, I can do that too.
And just for the record, I did already send my wife flowers and a gift for Valentine's Day well in advance, so that
bravo. Very good.
Forget it. Plus, I didn't have to pay the hiked up cost for flowers, but
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't doing it because of that. I was doing that because I wanted to be prepared. But thank you, Carrie. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a great partner coming on the show today. I appreciate it.
You bet.
All right, so we're going to finish out this podcast with some awesome things that you can do on or before Valentine's Day with your special other. So with your special someone is what I meant to say. Special other. Weird. Okay, so here are some ideas. You can visit Mount Rainier for a day tour. Go on a guided food tour. You can explore Seattle's highlights. I'm not sure what that means. This one I like. Take a seaplane flight over Seattle. That'd be fun. Unless your significant other is afraid of heights, then don't do that. Okay, maybe they're a flight fanatic, right? How about visiting the Boeing factory? That's actually something that I've been wanting to do. Snoqualmie Falls is always great. There's a great restaurant there. Maybe take a day tour to Leavenworth, our Bavarian village out across the mountains off Highway 2. It looks like there's a pub hop and ghost stories. I have not done that ever before. And then Woodland Park Zoo. That's fun, right? See the bears hanging out. Be a fun little trip. So if you're looking for something fun, I believe we sent that out to our email list, so you can get a link of some of the detailed things to do for your sweetheart on Valentine's. It doesn't have to be the week of Valentine's. It could be before or after. Celebrate the whole month. Do all 4 of them. Do 20 of them. Who cares? We are looking for guests to come on and share their unique business on the East Side. Perhaps it's a charity or an organization. We'd love to have you. Simply reach out to the Eastside Real Estate team, and we will get you on our show. We appreciate our guests. I'm going to bring you guys back on. Boom, boom. Tucker and Carrie, thanks for coming on. We so appreciate you. That concludes our show. Everybody have a great weekend.